Welcome back again to another video. I am Real Talk, your go-to destination for real, honest, and absolutely no BS dating site review. Here I give you all of the facts. I will give you all of the information and tell you everything that you need to know and how this dating site really works. My goal is to save you time and more importantly, to save you from wasting a lot of money. I always show you my profile. That way, any information I am sharing with you is first-hand information. Now, in this review, I will go over two more dating sites, and they are Fanlychat and Fanlyfun. Now, once again, I put two dating sites together. That is because both of these dating sites are identical. They work exactly the same. They have the exact same features, same functionality, same credit system. The only difference that you will see is the name and name only. And once again, everything else are exactly the same. Let's get right into it. So this right here is my Fanly chat account. And this here is my Fanly Fun account. And as you can see, when I toggle back and forth, it is exactly the same website. And as I said, so are all of the features. Now keep this in mind, whatever I am showing on one site, it is applicable to the other site. So if I spend more time on one site versus the other, once again, everything that I am showing you will be exactly the same on the other site. So first, let me start with members on here for Family Chat and Family Fun. You will find a good mix of members. So in other words, you will find members from the U.S., Canada. There are Latin countries on here. There are Asian countries on here, and there are European countries on here. So there is something for everyone. Now, you may see a lot of countries listed in here, but don't expect members from a lot of these countries. In fact, you won't find very members or many members from a lot of these countries at all. Once again, US, Canada, a bunch of South American countries, some European, and some Asian. So the first thing that you should do after opening your account is you need to complete your profile. And let me quickly walk you through this step. It is self-explanatory. Obviously, you go to create account right here, and it will bring you to this page. Upload a picture, so a good headshot, and then upload, a handful of other pictures, one full body picture, and then other pictures that you find interesting or you want to show other users. Fill in your bio, so name, birth, country, all of these attributes right here. There is an about section, so you can fill in your traits, interests. So there's a lot to choose from. Your movies, music, goal, what you are looking for, personality, and story. I always recommend writing, 4 to 5 short, concise sentences describing who you are and what you are about and what you are looking for. So once again, fill in your profile, fill in as much detail as you can. That is good information for other members to know about who you are, what you are about, and what you are looking for. So once again, complete your profile. It is self-explanatory and put in as much information as you can. Then also include, 5 good pictures of yourself. And while you are in here, there are some settings in the settings tab right here. It will bring you to this screen. So here's where you can obviously turn certain settings on and off or change certain settings. You can always deactivate your account right here. You can get verified if you want to. So getting verified gives you a little bit more credibility. You have to verify your email, but then you can also upload a picture or driver's license to get that verification on your badge or next to your name. Email, you can change your email and password right here. You get include a phone number. I do not recommend this at all. These are notifications, so like email notifications, you can turn on and off. sensitive control, so you can blur anything that you don't want to see. There's this whole section on DSR. You can read that for yourself. Remove content, so any content that has been removed because it doesn't meet their standards, that will show up here. You can request to delete your information, and then you can always delete your account here. So these are all of the various settings you can change, turn on and off. They do have a section called icebreakers. That is what it sounds like. If you don't know where to start, the website may suggest some icebreakers, as you can see right here. And this will cost you some credits to send any of these icebreakers. And then payments. So all of your payments will show up here. So this is your payment history. Please keep track of how much you are spending, because I will say this, you are going to spend a lot more money than you realize. So pay attention to your payment history. And then obviously you can log out if you are no longer on the site. Okay, so let me walk you through all of the features on here. Obviously, this here is your main screen and where you can navigate everything. Filter, I already kind of went through this earlier real quick, but anyways, you can filter by a country, and you can filter by age, whatever you want to do. And then you can filter by what you are looking for. There's a bunch of options right here. Newsfeed. So newsfeed is what it sounds like. It's just basically various members posting about themselves. You can certainly go through here and look through all the newsfeed and reach out to any member that you find interesting. Messages. All of your messages will show up right here. Geez, I have one message, even though I am not here at all. But anyways, all your messages will show up here. Mail. All of your mail will show up here as well, and I will talk about messages and mail in more detail in the upcoming section. I already went through search. People. People are just like newsfeed. It may be the site is just showing you various peoples on here, or maybe a recommendation based on what you have put in your profile. Once again, just scroll through the people and reach out to anyone that you find interesting. Credits. Credits are extremely important, and I will spend a good deal or a good amount of time discussing all of the credits and all of the pricing and how it is used. So essentially, that is all of the features on here. There are credits, people, search, mail, messages, and newsfeed. Okay, so let me talk about free options. What can you do in here that is free, that doesn't cost any money? Well, the first thing that you can do for free is you can browse as many profiles as you want. Um, you can go into a profile and certainly read all about their information, look through any posts that they may have shared. So these are all public information, public pictures. While you are in here, you can certainly hit a like, a wink, and a follow. All of these are free options. Messages. You can always read your messages for free. And mail. You can always read your initial mail for free. That is your first mail from a particular member. So this here is says free reading, so I can read this for free. Everything else after that will cost credits, and I will go over that in the upcoming section. Once again, you can always read your first mail, first letter from a member for free. I already talked about search. I already talked about people, and I already talked about newsfeed. So that is pretty much that all you can do on here for free. Okay, and speaking of credits, let me go over that because that is very important. So both of these dating site is a credit-based dating site. That means you need to purchase to use all of the paid features. I already talked about what you can do for free, which is not a whole lot, very simple stuff. Everything else you will need to purchase credits. So what are credits? Credits are the internal currency used for paid services on the site. You need credits to respond to mail, message in chat, reply with any stickers, view any private content, share any media, so picture, photo, or post, and send any type of gifts. And I will touch on gifts in the upcoming section as well. So essentially, this is why you need to purchase credits. You may get complimentary or free credits for signing up a new account. Generally, they give you 20. In this case, I did not get any free credits, but I think I know why. And then this here, once again, is your purchase credit. So keep track of how much money you are spending. And I will talk about this here in a second. And then finally, here at the bottom are the pricing for all of the paid services. So let's take each one by one. Chat. On here, you will have to, you are charged 2 credits per minute to just chat. Any stickers you want to send is 5 credits. Any photo or audio is 10 credits each. Videos and posts are 50 credits. So video and posts are your two most expensive option on here. Be very careful how you are utilizing this feature. You can chew up your credits very fast. Mail. You may get a lot of mail. Mail is a good way to send a long letter. However, mail does come at a cost. And this is how mail works. Your first letter in a thread is 10 credits. Every letter after that is 30 credits. So what this means is you can open your first mail and it will be free. But every mail after that will cost you 10 credits that you send. And then after your first one, every letter after that is going to be 30 credits each. So be careful. Letter gets more expensive the more you use. Opening a letter in the mail. So once again, first letter in a thread is free. Each letter after that is 10 credits. But they do allow you to send a bunch of photos in your letter free of charge. That is one good thing. Opening a photo in the mail. Your first photo in a thread is free. Each following costs 10 credits. So let me back up here for a second and explain a little bit further in case you may not completely understand what they are saying. So you can send your first letter for 10 credits. And every credit or every letter after that is 30 credits. So what that means is your letter number one is 10, letter number 2, 3, 4, 5, however many you send will cost you 30 credits each. That is what that is saying. And that is the same for opening a letter. If you open your first letter, that is 10 credits. Every letter after that, just to read it, is another 10 credits. So letters 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, is going to be 10 credits each. Opening a photo, once again, if you receive, let's say, 3 pictures, your first picture that you open is free. Picture number 2, number 3, and so on is going to cost you 10 credits each. And I already mentioned this, video is your most expensive option. Video is 50 credits. Be careful on opening and sending videos. Other things on here, I already talked about videos. So some profile may have a video and that will cost you 50 credits. And then there is a gift catalog. They may offer you some unique gift for 1 credit, and you can find the pricing of the gift catalog, or you will find the pricing in the gift catalog. And I will touch on gift in the upcoming section as well. So, okay, and let me come back to the complimentary credits for a second. I talked about it here earlier previously. So what you can do is, if you are a new member, they generally will offer you a promotion. And it shows up right here. So here they are offering a promotion for a new member where you can purchase 150 credits for $20. That is absolutely a good deal just to start, just to get you going, and just so you can use the dating site a little bit, see what's going on, and decide for yourself if you like it or not. So this is a really good deal to start with. And let me check on Fanlyfun. I am sure it is the exact same thing. Let me open this up. And yeah, so Fanlyfun is offering a different package, which is 65 credits for 10 bucks. But again, this is still a good deal just to get you going, just to see what's going on. So overall, let's check out the credit packages on here and how the credits are used. These dating site has changed their credit packages a lot since I've used this. It's been a while. So now they have essentially 10 credit packages available. The smallest is 20 credits for $10. There's a 30, there's a 40, there's a 65, 100, 135, 150, 200, 250, and the top one is 500 credits for $250. So essentially, there are 10 credit packages available. Once again, 500 credits for $250, all the way down to 20 credits for $10. So, and down here at the bottom are the chats and mail and other, and the pricing for each one. So let's take each category one by one. Chat. Chatting on here is 2 credits per minute. Any stickers you want to send, it will cost you 5 credits. Any photo or audio is 10 credits each. Any video or post is 50 credits each. So videos and posts are your 2 most expensive options on here. Be very careful how you are utilizing these features because this will use your credit very quickly. Mail. You may get a lot of mail. Mail is a good way to send a long letter, but mail does come at an expense as well. So to send a letter to one member, that first letter is 10 credits. Each letter after that is 30 credits. Now this is per member. So what this means is, let's say you receive 3 letters, or you want to send 3 letters. You can send the first one for 10 credits. Letter number 2 and number 3 and so on will cost you 30 credits each. So it gets more expensive the more you use. And opening a letter, so similar rule applies. Your first letter in a thread is free. Each letter after that is 10 credits. So again, so if you receive 3 letters, you can open up the first one for free. Letter number 2, number 3, and so on will cost you 10 credits each. So pay attention to this as well. However, you can send a lot of photos in a letter free of charge. That is one good thing. Photos. So opening a photo in a thread, your first photo is free. Each following photo is 10 credits. So kind of the same rule. If you receive 3 photos in a letter, you could open up the first photo for free. Photo number 2 and number 3 will be 10 credits each, and so on. And then finally, I talked about video. Video is very expensive. Every video that you open will cost you 50 credits. Other features on here, opening videos in your profile is 50 credits. Some profile may have videos, some don't. And there are virtual gifts on here. I will discuss virtual gifts as well. And then they may give you some silly gifts for 1 credits. So essentially, these are all of the pricing for the various features on here. Let's hop on over to Fanlyfun and just take a look at their pricing. It's probably a bit different. But as you can see, their pricing for chats, mails, and other features are very similar. And the credit packages is slightly different. Nope, it is exactly the same. Before I move on, I mentioned gift a few times, so let's just talk about that right here. Now, every profile will have this option, a virtual gift. You can see in their profile, it's easy to find. Now, every person will have the same set of gift, and it may vary from country to country. And the gifts can vary from season to season, and it could vary depending on the local environment. If it's a holiday or some kind of a special event, you may see certain type of gifts to reflect that. Now, there are a lot to choose from. There's outdoor stuff, what is popular, there are flowers, anything that's considered special, hobby, and animated. Now keep this in mind. Let me scroll back to the top and I will point this out to you, especially to you guys. Virtual gift. Virtual meaning fake. It is not real. If you were to send someone a fake gift, all that person will get is a picture. Whatever picture that you decide to send. Now, this may seem like a nice gesture, but keep this in mind. The person gets nothing tangible for it. All they would get is just a picture. Yay, that's great. To me, that is just an absolute waste of time. It is an absolute waste of money, and it is a complete sucker bet. Don't be a sucker. So let me give you this example. Let's say you want to send someone this I heart you. Maybe you have feelings for the person. Just type I heart you or I love you in a chat. Don't spend 289 credits sending this person a picture of I heart you. Now 289 credits. The real cost to you is about, well, for example, if 250 credits is $125, 289 credits, eh, call it 140, 150 bucks, somewhere around there. Do you want to spend 140, 150 bucks just to send a symbolic picture? Let's take a closer look at credit packages, the amount of money you are spending, and how long it will last. So in other words, how long do credit last on here? For example, let's say you were to purchase 500 credits for 250 bucks. Now, is this a good deal or a bad deal? Well, let's go through this scenario. I promise you this, 500 credits will not last you 1 month. It won't even last you 2 weeks. It won't even last you 1 week. And let me explain. 500 credits is roughly 4 hours of chat time. Look at it this way. 2 credits per minute. That is 120 credits per hour. Well, if you have 500 credits, that is a little over 4 hours of chatting. It's like 4 hours, 480 credits. So 4 hours, give or take. So that is what 500 credits will get you. And you spent $250. Now that is if you were to just chat and chat only. Now let's say you do a lot of photos. That is 10 credits each. Or even if you were to do a lot of videos or posts. Videos and posts, I've mentioned this before, is very expensive. So if you were to open any combination of videos and posts, that's 10 videos or posts, that's 50 credits a pop. That's 500 credits right there. And that 500 credits can disappear very quickly depending on how fast you are using this feature. Now let's say you were to use a lot of letters. And letters are a great way to send long messages. And as I mentioned, letters can be costly. First one is 10 credits. The second letter and third and fourth and every letter after that is 30 credits. So you can essentially send like 18 letters. So that's roughly 500 credits. Um, that is in combination if you are chatting or using any of these other features. So as you can see, 500 credits, if you were to use any combinations of these features here and here, your 500 credits can disappear very quickly. It can disappear within 1 hour, if not less. Once again, if you are not careful on how you are using. So ask yourself, do you want to spend 250 bucks, let's say for 4 hours of chat time, if you were to just chat and chat only? Not only that, as I have just described, if you were to use this feature here, photos and videos, letters, and anything else in combination, you can easily spend 250 bucks in 1 hour. Next thing you know, you are reaching into your wallet and you are purchasing more credits, more and more. Before you know it, you have spent $1,000 or more if you are not careful. So the long story short here is credits on here do not last very long. It is very expensive and you spend a lot of money and you get very little credits in return. Okay, so let's talk about an important aspect on these dating sites, and that has to do with exchanging contacts. Will the website allow you to exchange contacts, such as email and phone number? Well, the short answer is no, you cannot. They just won't let you. Any attempt to exchange email or phone number on here is going to be blocked or filtered out. For example, you can't even do it inside a message. So if you were to chat with someone and you were to put your email and phone number in here, that is going to be blocked, scrubbed out, or filtered out, or you will see nothing but asterisk. And that is also true if you were to try to send your email or phone number inside a letter. Same thing, it will be blocked, filtered out, or you will see nothing but asterisk. Even if you were to try to get creative and attach a photo, inside that photo you have your email or phone number and try to send it in a letter, more than likely that photo will get scrubbed out or your information will not be seen at all. That is the same if you were to put that photo with your email or phone number inside a chat and send it here. Once again, that won't work either. It will get scrubbed out or it will be blocked altogether. And even if you were to try to get creative, you were to mention a different website or a different app or a different social media content or a different social media account to use, more than likely those keywords and phrases will also be scrubbed out in the chat and also in the letter. So this dating site overall has done a great job with blocking and preventing you from exchanging contacts on here. Now, the dating site does offer you a way to send a contact on here or to get contact on here. It is quite the lengthy process, so I copy and pasted the information. So let's go over that. So most of these dating sites has changed the credit packages a lot and also the cost for exchanging contact. But essentially, this is how you do it. You will essentially need to utilize or spend 5,000 credits worth of features. So that means chat, messages, photos, videos, any combination has to add up to 5,000 credits. Previously, it usually cost $1,200 to $1,400 per member, but now that is no longer the case. Currently, it will cost you $2,500, give or take. So what does that mean? Well, that means if you wanted a contact on here, any contact, and this is per member, it is going to cost you about $2,500. And let me show you where I got that number from. Well, if you are paying $250 for 500 credits, well, 10 times that is $2,500. That is what it equates to. Or you can look at it this way. It is 50 cents per credit, 5,000 credits. Guess what? $2,500. That is just insane. That is a lot of money to get a phone number from anyone. That's per member. Now, on top of that, you are required to upload a document, whether it is a driver's license, passport, and fill out a lengthy form. To me, this is a security risk to your information. You are giving out sensitive information to a dating site that is based overseas. I do not recommend this at all. And there is no guarantee that the dating site will actually give you this information, even if you were to pay that money. So be very careful if you were to go this route. Some dating site will require this as well. You may require to chat with a member for 14 to 15 days before you apply to get her contact detail. So while you are chatting, you are spending an additional amount of money. So overall, you could spend up to $3,000, give or take, depending on the site, just to get a member's phone number or email. That is just crazy. That is just insane. So what can you do? What are some options if you do not want to spend $2,500? That is just insane. Well, what you can do is come here to my channel and send me a message. This here is my email, realtalkdatingsitereview@gmail.com. Send me a private message, and I will certainly respond back to you with some tips and ideas that you can try to exchange contact on here. I've tried a lot of these myself. They do work if you do it properly. So once again, just send me a private message to realtalk@datingsitereview.com, and I will certainly respond back to you. And finally, before I go, my recommendation. Do I recommend Fanlychat or Fanlyfun? Well, the short answer is no, I do not. If it's not obvious to you, it should be. Number one, it is overly expensive, very expensive to use this site. Number two, information or exchanging contacts on here is strictly blocked and prohibited. And as I have shown you, if you were to exchange contacts on here, it would cost you $2,500 per member. Don't do it. It is a waste of money. And I hope you do not fall for this trap. So there you have it, a complete review and rundown of Fanlychat and also Fanlyfun. I have given you all of the information that you need to know on how this dating site really works. So with that said, I do wish you good luck on your dating journey, and I will see you in the next one.